So, thank you for bearing with me through those technical difficulties. Oh wait, it just kept this session going. Whatever. Just skip to 2 minutes. I don't know what to do. If it sounded terrible, I was just testing to see if my computer audio was synced with the stream, and I think it is, so it should be working fine. Tim says he's going to be here in a few minutes. He just has to figure out how to get into the Discord, which is pretty easy. But who knows? So today we are going to be talking about Tim's team, amongst a few other things. So let me get this set up. This is what I think we need here. We got Tim's team review coming up. I also want to talk about the tier list. We got a tier list going. So this is for when we're finished talking about all the teams, we're going to go through and enter them into the tier list as we go. So we'll talk Taylor today. We'll add Tim and Taylor in there today. The tiers are kind of subject to change. This is just what I thought would be nice and easy. Oh, I'm already starting with yawning. It'll be nice and easy. Some variety in here. I don't think we need more than 4 tiers for a 12-man league. 12-man league. Sorry, Casey. So we'll have 4 tiers. The first is any championship contenders. So these are obviously teams that are championship contenders are locked for playoffs, and they've got a high chance of going far and making it and winning the whole thing. So there's going to be a couple of these teams. We have playoff teams, locked in playoff teams, teams that have a high likelihood of making the playoffs. But excuse me, I would be shocked if they missed out. But I don't know if they're true contenders. Obviously, this can change with things like injuries, stuff like that. So those are the second tier. Third tier is kind of in between. They're both rebuilding, but they're not like totally torn down teams. They've got some pieces. They just need a few more to make the playoffs.
I poisoned those trees down in Tumor Storm.
Oh my gosh.
It's Harvey update.
Oh my gosh, he's here. Hang on, I gotta fix this real quick. I gotta send you to... You scared me. You scared me. Hold on. Tim is here, but I don't know if that the chat can hear you. Wait, talk again?
Yeah.
Okay, so hang on. I'm sending you to...
Does Justin have aura in this room? Negative aura.
Alright, now I got you. Alright, so the one viewer listening should be able to hear your voice.
Where are they? Where do you see this? Like, what are we looking at here?
What? Oh, I don't know if I can stream to Discord too.
That's all right. That's all right.
Wait, I can share my screen. Here we go.
Oh wow, look at this.
All right, can you see it?
I'm about to. Now I can see it.
So you can see what
Oh,
you
yeah.
see this?
Oh
Okay.
Lord, we got a spreadsheet.
Oh, we got multiple spreadsheets, buddy.
Oh God.
I hope everyone can hear. I'm gonna hold on. I'm gonna give me like 2 seconds. I'm gonna pull up the stream on my phone to see if it's working. So
I don't want to discuss my trades in the first 2 seasons.
we can do that. All right.
I don't want to be held accountable.
This might sound weird. Hold on. Actually, I'm gonna mute myself. You keep talking though.
What's up, everybody? First time Tim here.
Oh
Multiple
yeah, we're working.
multiple
We're working.
season
This
league
is-
winner.
I'm impressed with my ability to do this, by the way. That's pretty good. Figure all this stuff out. Alright, so, Tim, welcome to the show. Welcome to the podcast. Second all-time caller. I don't know. We'll call you guest. Second all-time guest. Trev was the first, but you're the second. Oh, also, I'm ready to pour some whiskey if you are. I can't see you, but you can see me.
Oh wait, yeah. Give me 1 minute. I'll go grab a bottle.
All right, I'll talk about my whiskey. Well, I'll wait.
Keep
I'll wait.
the crowd entertained for me.
Oh, don't worry, I got you. So what I was saying earlier before Tim so rudely interrupted, we had the Tweenersville. These are teams kind of in between playoffs and rebuilding. Teams that have some pieces, but they're not going to make the playoffs, or might make the playoffs, but I don't think they'll contend at all. Um, and then we have rebuilders, teams that are just not even close to making the playoffs that need to or need to rebuild or have started rebuilding. And that's kind of like the part with this league. I think is there are a lot of teams that need a rebuild that don't fully send it, fully commit. So we'll talk about that when the time comes. But those are the four tiers. We will put Taylor and Tim in a tier at the end of the show, at the end of the podcast today. So, yeah. All right. So we're going to talk about Tim's team today, and we're going to look really quickly just at a kind of a quick glance at his season, and he'll be here to defend himself. But I want to start all the way back to the beginning of.
Now we're drinking Michter's, everybody. We're drinking Michter's. Please sponsor.
I've got I've got an Eagle Rare 10-year to celebrate the game.
Ooh, where'd you get that?
It's for you. It's a Christmas gift.
Oh,
From the old pops.
I need to refill mine.
I've got a nice little pour of that.
Beautiful.
All right, Tim, how you doing?
Doing great. Team, I feel like is looking on the ups.
Okay, that's good to hear. Glad to hear it. Now, before we get into this, I have a few questions from the league that they have posed to you.
Oh God.
The first is from Rahul. Rahul says, "Do you think Haley Steinfeld would leave Josh Allen? Thoughts on this?"
That's impossible. It's blasphemous to even say that, and burn in hell.
Wow. Okay, here to hear first. Rahul wants Tim wants Rahul to burn in hell. And then Seattle asked a question some days ago, and I don't feel like going through the text to look and see what it was. Something about the new Game of Thrones, whatever it was, the first 10 minutes of that show.
Night of the Seven Kingdoms.
Yeah.
Oh, the second episode, Giant Wang on an old man was shown. I think Sir Arlen of Pennytree had a lot of gifts.
I might have to watch the show now.
Oh my God, it had to be a prosthesis. Like, there's no way that was real. It was like he was he couldn't even get his hand around it. He was taking a piss.
Jesus Christ! Yeah, we're watching that. Well, maybe I'll watch it by myself.
Oh yeah, yeah, by yourself.
All right, I have a few questions for you. First thing about the Bills, I just want to get more insight into your thoughts on how the Bills are going to do this upcoming season. Obviously, we're far out from that, but what do you think about the Brady hire? We know you're not too big a fan of Brady, but
if you like a screen pass to Shakir on 3rd and 15, he's your man. I mean, I'm scared to see. I mean, to be fair, he literally was Justin Jefferson's coach at LSU, and we saw the results of that. So I think there's some motivation right now to go after Jefferson, who I think has a contract up or something like that. But that's what the word on the street with the Bills Mafia subreddit.
Oh, they're all over it. They want him.
It's like, if we bring Jefferson, we make that reconnect. But also it feels like maybe Brady's a little more aggressive. He's a little young blood, I'm willing to give him a chance.
I think, especially with McDermott being more defensive minded, I think you're going to see definitely a difference in philosophy, in my opinion.
I don't know how much that defensive mind was fucking working, though.
Well, right, and exactly. So now you don't have that. Now you don't have someone with that mindset at all, shrouding anything that has to do with the team. So it could be good.
I'm gonna say this: I have called for McDermott's firing in the past. And it's instances where it's a playoff moment, and we're playing prevent D, and giving up monster yardage on with very minimal time left in the game.
Right.
Like you saw in the Broncos game, a critical play was like a huge wide open pass where we had the safeties in the corners and all that, just like a massive gap between them. and they just split it, and they weren't covering it. It was insane. They
Right.
didn't even try to close the gap. They just sat back and waited for trying to prevent a touchdown.
Yeah.
It was insane to watch, and it happens every fucking time. Every
Prevent
time the game's on the line,
defense
we're going
it just
prevent
doesn't
defense.
work. Just does not work. So
Notoriously for the Bills, like it
yeah,
just does not work.
yeah,
And they just then you get the free floater pass to Mims in the corner,
yeah.
or I think it was Mims or somebody else. I don't know. And that's just how Bills defense works in the playoffs and in many critical games. With the games on the line, don't trust the defense.
Yeah, which you don't want with a defensive head coach.
No, for sure. And thank God we got Babbage out of there too, so
Hmm.
that might help.
Yeah.
Um,
All
but
right,
yeah,
second part to
it's.
this. Number one need in the draft. What's your number one need? What do you think they're going to do in the first round?
I mean,
Wait, did they have a first round
I
pick?
I look up. I have two first round picks.
No. The Bills. What are the Bills going to do in the first round?
Oh, the Bills. I think that yeah, they have a first round pick.
They
I think they
must.
have like the
Oh yes, they do. Of course, we did this yesterday. Yeah, yeah.
like the 27th or
Yeah,
something.
late second or late in the first round, late 20s.
Yeah. Well, if they don't draft a wide receiver, I think Brandon Bean is going to be lynched. Like at this point, we need to stack up on offense. I mean, we got fucking unk ass Brandon Cooks out there at 32 years old as wide receiver one because we don't send Shakir more than 10 yards down the field for a pass.
Yeah.
Um, and then Keon, who, oh my God, uh, as much as I want to keep giving this guy chances, thank God that he had a flag in the Broncos game that saved his ass from getting clowned on for not catching that touchdown
Yeah,
pass.
yeah.
That was abysmal.
He does
Like,
that. He
oh
seems
my
to go
God.
through pretty rough drop periods.
He'll get a big pass, but like
Hmm.
I don't know if it's like he just doesn't get targeted enough, he doesn't get the experience in. I don't know. He's got the build. I don't know. I'd have to
I
that's
think,
something you have to
yeah,
see in person and know.
yeah.
I mean
I
they're
don't
they're
think you
sitting him for a reason.
yeah, I don't think you can get rid of him yet. They're not going to, but I think that's one that's. I think you
Yeah.
need to address the position. That's what I had them picking a worst receiver with their first my mock draft.
Well,
So I'm thinking that's what they're going to do. I don't know what type of receiver they're looking for, but I think they need to,
yeah.
especially with
I
Brady
think
coming in
there's
offensive minded coach. I think they're going to do that.
yeah. I mean they've got a lot of I think this draft has a lot of good receivers in it, especially in the first round.
Yeah,
Or even second round.
there's some guys that are moving up boards for sure. Which a couple months ago, it was like who's it going to be? But now we have at least a couple top end prospects, and you have some that I think will go late 20s that aren't going to be as bad
Here,
as people
let's
think.
let's look at the top 10 options here.
Can do that.
So that we got number one, obviously Carnell Tate. Then we got Jordan Tyson, Makai Lemon. Um,
I think those two will be gone by the time you're there. But by the time the Bills pick,
yeah, Denzel Boston is another good one. Concepcion,
that's who I have
Conception,
going to you guys. I think he's fast. I know he's fast, and he's kind
a
of
little short, a little
a
on the
little
short end.
short, but he's shifty. I don't think he's like too short to be a receiver in the NFL. I don't think he's
You know
like
who I wish
he's not
was
that
going in
kind
the
of
draft
guy.
this year?
But
That Becker from Indiana. Holy crap, the hands on that guy.
I don't think he's coming out this year. I think he's next year.
No, yeah, he's young, but
But
um,
Surratt and blanking on the other guy's name, Cooper. Those two are awesome. Those two I think will be good in the NFL.
yeah. Yep. Is that Clemson or yeah, Clemson? Antonio Williams.
But
Looking
I
at
have
names.
Concepcion going to you guys. That's just my before because they could go out and get a receiver in free agency too. So
Yeah. I mean, even Malachi Fields could be good, like a big guy,
I
a
think his
tall
stock's
receiver.
rising too. Yeah.
But my hope is we can get Conception. Is that how you say his name? Concepcion?
I don't
Concepcion.
know. Probably Conception.
Yeah. The Immaculate Conception.
Yeah.
Um,
All
oh my God,
right.
that's gonna be if that's not his nickname already. Like, come on now.
Yeah. All right. So moving into Dynasty, 2026 or 2025 review. We'll do kind of a brief thing here. You got a couple trades I want to talk to you about first before we get into your current team. You came into the 2025 draft having the second overall pick, so it's pretty good. Um,
I don't remember this. Who did I even pick?
I believe
Did Didn't I trade it?
I think you traded it. I don't remember exactly what happened. Because second overall pick was, well, let's see, we can just do this. Oh, dude.
Yeah, you're a much more adept handle on sleeper than I do.
Well, this desktop app is terrible. So let's do this.
Here we go. Here we go.
Draft
Can't
results.
see it.
All
Okay,
right.
go.
So oh, that's right. You traded your second overall pick to me years ago, probably last year.
Of course.
That ended up being, well, would have been Hampton, but Trev went Hampton Genty. So
Still recovering from mistakes early on in my career
your
in the dynasty.
first pick wasn't until Jesus,
listen.
Tim. You didn't have a pick till the third round. Am I missing this? Did you have a pick? Did you pick at all?
Maybe I didn't.
I don't think you picked this year. Jesus Christ, I didn't realize that.
I thought I had at least one. Hold on.
I don't see any. I see Trev,
I thought I had
Seattle, Rahul.
Is that? Oh, no.
Yurden, Joe, me, Dylan, Trev, Kersey.
Yeah, I didn't. I could have swore I
Jesus
drafted.
Christ. Oh, man.
Sheesh.
That's right. I was rooting for your downfall that whole year. Oh, man. Okay.
Well, who did I trade that second for? I don't remember. I think it was probably for like
that one I don't.
DeAndre Swift.
Shoot, I don't remember. No, that was. I got a first from you. That might have been like years ago when we traded Pittman the first time, and I got Pittman from you and a first. It might have been
Pittman
that one.
trade.
I don't know. Oh wait, was it the Kincaid one? No, the Kincaid was the later first.
It had to have been Kincaid.
No, because that's who I got. That's
Or
how I got Loveland. I don't remember. Whatever. We'll have to go back and look.
Wait.
But there is a trade I want to ask you about. It happened. Wow, we text a lot in this group chat here.
Yeah, we do. That's why I don't even try to look back and find these trades.
That one does not involve you. That was Trev getting a bunch of firsts for nothing. Here's one trade. So we had.
Oh, there it is.
This is different because I traded that 102. So this is the one that got me.
Yeah, that was a fair trade.
I got this pick.
Yeah. Well, if Kincaid could just fucking stay healthy for a year, that would be great.
We'll talk Kincaid later. I don't think this is that bad. I think this is pretty even. I mean, that's a late first and the third for two starters or fringe starters. I think that's fine because I mean Igbuka's fine, but he had a good start to the year, but
yeah, he's kind of falling off.
He didn't finish very well.
That might be a product of Baker, but who knows?
Until it's Seattle, you'll wring your neck. All right, where is the trade I'm looking for? It's the one that you did with Trev. Here it is. You traded your 2027 first for a 2026 first, so this year upcoming, and a 2026 for a third. Just what are your thoughts behind this? This ruffled some feathers for sure.
Well, I saw the state of my team, and I said, I can't afford to wait another year to draft in the first round. So I need to start stacking up my picks for the 2026 draft. Now I know that everyone's pumped about the 2027 draft. I forget who's in that one. There's
Jeremiah Smith. He's the big one.
Jeremiah Smith, probably Arch Manning, maybe.
Arch Manning, but the guy you want is Smith. And
I mean, yeah, but
the roster's looking like it could be the 101 next year.
What?
Could be.
How dare you?
Could be.
I really don't. I don't believe that. I think my team has a lot of high potential, high ceiling, but low floor until they break out players. And look at Parker Washington. He might be wide receiver 1 next year for the Jags.
We'll talk about him. I do like him. I think Brian Thomas is gonna have a comeback.
I think Parker Washington has solidified himself.
Yeah, he's definitely gonna be either wide receiver 2 or 3 in that offense.
I mean, look, he's like in critical moments. It seems to always be him. Like, look at how many he had, like 10 targets and
he had a good year. He definitely had a good year.
And he's only 23.
All right. Well, that's good to know. I'm glad to get your insight on that one. I don't think there was anything else I wanted to talk about in regards to.
McLaurin. Oh, we're talking about trades. Okay.
Yeah,
I
you're
mean, I was a big fan of the trade where I got Parker Washington. Although, who else
that.
did we trade in
That
that?
was mine. That was
That was
Swift.
one we fought over for a year.
Yeah, because you wouldn't give me Swift, and all I wanted was Swift.
Well, you spent
Uh,
the whole year trashing him and trying to drop his value, and then you hated him as soon as you got him.
yeah, because he sucks. Oh, here's one.
That this
This one
trade,
here.
yeah,
I don't know if I like this one
that
for you.
that's not my favorite. I was seeing a lot of potential value in Leggett, but then he's just another Keon Coleman.
He's worse than Keon. He's bad, dude. He's bad.
I know, and he's already 25. Like,
He's old. He can't catch. He's kind of slow, and he's already receiver 3 on his team. In a year, they're
yeah,
probably going to take another weapon. So this one's rough. And
that was a loss on my side.
Shakir's not
Shakir,
like he's not anything special, but he's a guy that you could plug and play if you had to. Like if you need like
he's
10
got a hard
points.
ceiling though. Is his
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
he's like Metcalf like 2 years ago, but he's just not a touchdown target.
No, he's not.
He just like he. I mean, like I said, and like the Bills will do Joe Brady will do every day of the fucking week is a screen behind the line to Shakir.
Yeah.
They don't send him out, so it's unless he works his magic and breaks through, which he often does. I'll give him credit. He's a great yards after carry. He's a yards after carry king.
Mhm.
But his utilization to me just was like, okay, I can give him up.
Yeah, I get that. I didn't love that you also had to give up the second here. You got 2/3 in return, but I would rather probably have the second. I'd probably rather have Shakir. It's not. It's more of a nothing burger than like a huge fleece. I mean,
Yeah,
in
no,
2 years, neither of these guys. I don't think Shakir's going to be much in 2 years either.
I think I was in a mindset when I made this trade that I was just like, I'm just gonna go. I'm full selling and I'm getting picks.
Yeah.
Give me the picks. Leggett was a bad choice, and that was
Who knows? He could be something.
fawning.
I don't see it. He's not great. And then our last trade was your last trade, I think.
It's my favorite trade right now is our Michael Wilson trade.
Yeah. I think I don't. That one was so long ago. I don't even remember how many pieces.
Oh yeah, that was like
that one.
2024, I think. But that came out great for me.
Yeah, he's looking good. We'll talk about him too. I've got thoughts on all you guys. Okay, I think. My God, how many trades happened?
It's a big trade here, I think.
I need to just start taking screenshots of these when they happen, so I don't have to keep looking through all this stuff.
I'm surprised Sleeper just doesn't have where you can filter it for
it's kind of crazy.
trades.
All right, here we go. So I give up Washington in the second for Swift in the third. Honestly, I do think it's kind of a win-win because I really need a running back. Obviously, it didn't work out the way I had hoped. I didn't win the league or anything, but I still think Swift had a good year.
What did he do back half the year?
He was pretty good. I think I got him week 11, and then he did nothing week 12. He had a good 13, good week 15.
Jeez, every other week, 20 points.
All I needed was someone just to fucking play because I didn't have anybody that could even. Everyone else is backups.
You were naked.
So, and I feel like pretty okay about my receiver room. So I'm happy to give up Parker Washington. Didn't want to give up the second, but whatever. That was got the job done. But yeah, I like Parker Washington. I think he's going to be good. But yeah, we'll talk more about him later. So, all right, moving on to your team. Last question before I start giving my opinions. What do you think right now is your strongest position group?
Strongest, I think it's either quarterback. Well, no, I think tight end. I'm pretty solid, and then maybe quarterback, and then quarterback's probably tied with wide receiver right now.
All right, sounds good. All right. So, small time Tim. You can see this. This is what I got for you here.
God.
So we're gonna start with quarterbacks. We'll go down the list here. You have 3 quarterbacks. In my opinion, all good quarterbacks. I mean, I think your quarterback room is very good. The only knock I have for it is that they're all kind of getting old. They're not old yet, but they're all 30, 31, 32, that area, which isn't bad. I mean, they still have 5 years to play, most likely, probably more. So it's not like somebody you have to go out and address right away, but I think this is very
Goff
good.
has some mileage left, Baker
Goff,
definitely has some
Goff
mountain
does.
clip.
The one I would be worried about would be Dak, just because he has the injury
Yeah.
history. Baker has some injury history too. Goff's been, I'm knock on wood, remarkably healthy for 4 years now.
And Goff's a pure
But
passer. He's not running.
no, exactly. He doesn't really get hit a lot. I think he's been severely underrated in the dynasty world, or in the fantasy world. I mean, if you just look at his numbers over the last
Oh
4
yeah, he puts up
years,
big
um,
games.
I
I
sent
think
it in
when
the
the
chat
Lions get rolling.
earlier. I mean, he's just been consistent. Like, for the last 4 years, top 10 quarterback, 4,500 yards and 30 touchdowns plus. No matter, it's what you're getting, no matter what. So I think he's your best bet at quarterback, week in, week out. I'm slightly biased, but you really can't go wrong with any of these guys. You just got to play the matchup. That's the problem that you have, is you have too much of a good thing at quarterback, so you can only start one of them.
I have been wary of their age, though. I've been thinking about that, and I'm planning for the future of when I need to burn a pick, or maybe make a trade at some point for a young guy who has potential.
Yeah, that's one thing I would say. Like, I'm not giving advice. I'm just saying as if it was my team, or like yeah, stuff like that. As I'd be trying to trade one, but the only issue is not really many teams need a quarterback, and the only thing you are looking for is an injury. Like, you're hoping someone gets injured and they need a quarterback, and then you dump one of these guys on them. But the other thing is people aren't willing to pay. People aren't willing to pay for a quarterback. That's my problem, because there's just not valued highly because we only have one of them. So
But the thing is, there's not that many.
right,
Like
we got three of them.
like every the thing is, like, every position has at least like two on a team that can maybe be viable sometimes. Whereas quarterback, there's 32,
Yep.
and not all of them are great.
Right.
So it just boggles my mind that the QB position doesn't have much value. But I guess it's because there's 12 people in our league. It's very easy for QBs to pick up points and have a big game. Um, so it's tough to get rid of. I've been working on a trade with Joe for a long time because he's been wanting Dak, but he's
Oh, you're
he's a tough
divulging.
nut.
You're divulging secret information here. This is breaking news. We feel like an insider right
No,
now,
this has been publicly discussed, I think.
dude. Well, I hope for you guys' sake it gets done. We need some life in the chat. All right, so I don't really have much to say. I think your quarterbacks are very solid. In 3 years, we'll be talking different because these guys will all be 3 years older and they'll be in their
Yeah.
mid-30s instead of early 30s, and then you'll have decisions to make. But you don't need to worry about it right this moment. I would say a couple of years, and over the course of the next couple of years, start really thinking about that. Move on to running backs now. This is I think
This is
by
where
far your worst position group. This is dire. To be honest with you, Kenneth Gainwell. I don't know if you watched or listened to the last one. I've got a couple of tiers here. Blue is in a pinch. This guy is someone that can start. I don't know if I'd want to start him, but he's
I
also
think he's
someone
better than
I've got a question mark, just because we don't know what he's gonna. He's a free agent, so if he stays in Pittsburgh, if he stays in Pittsburgh,
ooh.
I'd be happy with that. I would be comfortable leaving him in a backup role. He's someone you could start week in, week out if you had to. That will get you points because of his receiving upside. And Mike McCarthy came in. That's an offense that potent offense. They move the ball normally. So
I think he's
if
better
he
than Warren, to
stays,
be honest.
I think he's better. I think he's better at pass catching. I think Warren might be a better pure runner. But I really honestly didn't expect Gainwell to even be viable at all by this point. I think I traded him
Neither
for
did
a
I.
8 years ago.
He just started popping off, and I was so weak at back. I was like, I can plug him in and get to 10 points.
Yeah, I mean, he was good. He was a solid running back this year. He was, I don't know what he was.
I think he's got some size. He might have some size on Warren, too.
He's pretty small. He was, yeah, he's a.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah.
He was technically, by definition, he was running back 2 last year. So that's fantastic for him.
Yeah,
Gross.
I thought his career was dead.
But yeah, the only thing is with him is where is he going to be next year? I don't think anyone's going to expect him to be a bell cow. He'll be a backup. He'll be not a backup, a platoon, kind of like a share the role
Maybe
kind of guy. So
Dallas Cowboys, who knows?
maybe. I think it depends on what they do with Javante, but he's going to want money. So I do like Gainwell. This could go up maybe like low end starter if he sticks around in Pittsburgh. But if he doesn't, let's reevaluate after free agency for me. So I do like
Yeah,
Gainwell.
for sure, for
Benson,
sure.
Benson's got the injury history, unfortunately. Um,
That fucker killed it destroyed me last year. Oh my god.
he had the chance to take over as a lead back, and he got hurt as well. Um,
Waited all year for him to come back and he just didn't.
yeah, I don't. Benson, I have him in development because obviously can't get rid of him right now. Um,
I
he'll
mean, I still
be
think he's RB1 next year.
he'll be in Arizona. Connor will still be in Arizona too, but he had a gruesome injury as well. So I don't
And
know,
he's a lot older. He's a
yeah,
lot older.
so I don't know. I don't know with Trey Benson. I feel like it's kind of make or break. Like if you're healthy and Connor's healthy and you can't beat him out, we might have to start talking about like you need to get out of Arizona or just start thinking you're not ever going to be running back one. So we'll see with Trey Benson. We haven't got to see
Well,
a full year out of him, so I don't know. What are your thoughts on Benson?
a full game to be honest.
Yeah,
I
seriously,
think he has a lot of upside. I
I
mean, he's
agree.
23. Look at him. He's 6 foot 220. This is a big guy. He's a strong runner. I think he is. And James Conner is fucking 30, and he just had a recent big injury. Like he's not gonna come back 100%.
No, I don't think
Um,
so.
I I think that them being conservative on Benson is boding well for his odds of being RB1 next year.
Yeah, sorry, I
I need him to be actually.
I think on it really all depends on how he comes back off the injury, and if he can stay healthy because he was hurt last year too, if I remember correctly, and I believe he had
And
injuries
look
in
at that
college
roster.
too. This,
Shit. No, he's 98% rostered still, so people still
oh,
have some faith in him.
oh yeah, no, people aren't going to drop a guy like this. He was just drafted in round one in rookie drafts a couple years ago, so he's not going anywhere. But he's one you need to hit. You need Trey Benson to be in this tier for sure next year.
Yeah, need that, need that. Jalen Wright.
Jalen Wright, I know you like him, man. I don't see it. I don't see it from Jalen Wright.
I mean, he had some opportunities as RB1 last at the end of last season, and he kind of showed he can do it.
It was better last year, but I mean, he just he wasn't used at all for most of the year. I think he
I
had
know
some
he
injury
wasn't used,
stuff.
but then he had a breakout. He had a breakout. Look at him.
He had a good game, week 14, excuse me, 14 against the Jets. But I don't know. I don't think he's ever going to be RB1, especially in Miami.
I think I'm hoping for a trade from him.
I think
I
he's
was
one
hoping
that's a trade target. As long as Achan's there, he's not gonna be the guy
yeah,
unless Achan gets hurt, which is a possibility with how small Achan is. But
I was hoping Miami would trade him at the trade deadline and
yeah,
go to like the Chiefs or something, but that didn't work out.
oh, excuse me, I have him left here in development here because he is still young, and
Yeah,
he still could be something. Uh, but
yeah.
I don't know.
We'll,
I don't know about him. I think he's one you hold on to because he is young. He's got some upside, but
yeah, but every year that goes by after draft, they don't, and they're not RB1. It's like okay,
yeah, it can happen. You can like you can with Gainwell kind of get gains relevance after they leave, but we'll see with him. I'm not ready to give up. He's still super young, so
I mean James Cook also took a long time to get to
yeah,
RB1 status. So sometimes because I remember I sat on James Cook for like I think 3 years, and then I
yeah.
finally traded him, and then he immediately became RB1.
I remember that. So he traded me, and then I traded him to Kersey.
That was a mistake.
Yeah, it was a mistake, absolutely.
But okay, Brian Robinson. Oh God,
Yeah, so
that
these
was
three here.
painful.
Brian Robinson is he's shown he can do the job.
I
Like
mean, he was RB1 in Washington, bro.
he
Like
was. He just wasn't that great. Like he was fine. He was serviceable, but these
he's like a
numbers aren't
middling.
anything special. And he dealt with injuries, so like he's a good back. I think he'll be. I think he's a free agent as well. So if he is, he could be like a Javante Williams was last year. He could be someone that
Yeah.
gets a chance and goes with it. So I have who knows here because who knows he's a free agent. Don't know. Maybe he'll find another RB2 gig and he'll be someone you can maybe start week to week. Hope for an injury. I don't hate Brian Robinson on the roster. Same thing with Chris Rodriguez, another free agent, and Miles Sanders is a free agent as well. You love a free agent running back coming up here. You have three of them.
Yeah.
All three of those guys depend on what happens to them in free agents, in my opinion.
Yeah. Robinson can he can be an RB1, but we'll see. Chris Rodriguez, he's still a guy who's out to prove himself in a way. He's not. And then obviously Miles Sanders is Miles Sanders.
Yeah, I think honestly, Miles Sanders is edging towards the why is he even
Towards
on this
retirement.
roster? Like, why is he even
Towards
playing
retirement.
anymore? He should be gone. So
He's gonna be on the
overall,
cut.
I think this is probably one of the weaker running back rooms in the league. We can go to our old friend KTC here and look what they have to say about your receiver room. I never actually do this, by the way. I just do 1, 2, 3. So let's go ahead and get this up. Let's see what KTC has to say.
I mean, really play adept technological usage here.
So they got you at number 11 for running backs, right behind our old friend Taylor. So. And I disagree here. I think your quarterbacks are way better than 7, just because they have them so low because they're all so old. I think that's BS. I think they're.
How's my tight end room so bad?
I think because
Oh,
you
my
have so
tight end
few
room.
of them. You don't really have a lot
I mean,
of tight ends.
what? I have like 4.
Well, I think you have some shitters down here. Yeah,
6
like
actually.
Jackson Hawes. These guys don't need to be rostered.
Hawes
We'll talk
could
about that in a
randomly
second.
Tunges, I think. Well, Tunges and Colby Parkinson, I think, might be like they have some boom potential.
We'll talk about that in a sec. Let's move on to receivers, though. Move on to receivers. Now, I think your receiver room is not, as I was going through your team, not as bad as I thought it was originally. Starting off at the top here with Ricky Pearsall. I'm gonna stick my neck out here. I think he's gonna be good next year. I think he's gonna be good. But
I'm losing faith.
if he can't, I think he's never gonna be anything. That receiver room is gonna be dead. Jennings is probably gone. Kittle's hurt.
Yeah.
Ayuk is definitely gone. And then there's
If he
Make a
can
Wish
produce
because
next year, he's a wash.
now he is probably that's like a catch-22 because he's going to be the number 1, but that means he's going up against the best corners. They're going to really scheme around him.
I mean, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt this year because he was plagued by injuries, and as was
Right.
the entire fucking 49ers roster. But
Mm-hmm.
this is his last free pass, I think, in the eyes of the public.
Yeah, I think he's due for a breakout because he has shown he can do it. Like, he's not bad when he plays.
But yeah, when they target him, so the problem is he'll like go games where they just don't even look at him. Like, look at that utilization in the last 3 games there. Horrible.
Right. I think he was hurt. Oh, these 3 here, you're saying?
Yeah, like that grouping.
Yeah.
And he had one. Well, in the last 2 games, he had looks like he had some he got some targets,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like, okay, why isn't this happening every game?
Yeah, I think he's going to have a much better year. I think if he stays healthy, now, that's the other thing, is if he doesn't stay healthy, it's not a fluke anymore. It's a pattern. I know he got shot in 2024, but I think he dealt with other injuries that year as well, like towards the end of the year. I might be wrong about that. No, I wasn't wrong. Bang, let's go. Guy just can't stay healthy, so we'll see. I'm going to say right now he's going to be comfortable wide receiver 2 territory, so between wide receiver 12 and 24 in fantasy. So I think he'll be good next year. So I'm putting him in starter. I'm also putting Terry in starter too, but a low end starter. I think he could be a serviceable wide receiver 3. So
Yeah.
anywhere between 25 and what is it, 35, 30, 36, the next grouping of 12. Jesus, I can't do math. What's 24 plus 12? 36. Okay, I did have it.
36.
So he'll be somewhere in that range, if and only if he's healthy. He stays healthy, and if Jaden Daniels stays healthy, because his production wasn't great when. Actually, I don't think he played much while Daniels was out, but his production wasn't great in general last year. But that offense was horrific, so you can't really blame it all on him. But I think he'll be fine because he is such a solid receiver. So, your thoughts on him?
Yeah, I like Terry. I think he's also just not a victim of like they're just not looking his way for some reason, even though he's their wide receiver 1. Like when he's out there, he's just not getting looks for some reason.
This is a team where you think that would happen because they don't like Debo's there, but Debo's getting
I know
old.
that's what I'm perplexed by. Like
And they got Noah
they
Brown,
just keep spamming Zach Ertz, I guess, or something. I don't know.
and he's gone. His knee is destroyed, so you don't have to worry about that next year.
Yeah, but it's oh my god, he's 35.
This team is old. I think people don't think that because they have Daniels. Oh, it's a young up and coming team. They're not young. Like they're old everywhere. Eckler's old. He's probably
Yeah.
gone.
I could see
Obviously,
McLaurin getting traded.
Krosky Merritt. I could see that. It depends on how they start the year. But if they're nowhere near the playoffs again, and he's healthy at trade deadline, he might say, "I'm out. Like, let me go to a
Bring him to
contender
the
'cause
Bills.
we've sucked." Yeah, I mean, it'd be good for you guys. Amari Cooper 2.0, honestly.
Except he's actually like has faster to play the game, I think.
Yeah. All right, Michael Wilson. We talked about him earlier. Why don't you give me your thoughts on old Mike?
I love Michael Wilson. I think he's one of the best receivers in the game.
Did I hear that right? You said he's the best receiver in the game?
I think he's one
One
of the
of? That's
game
crazy
right
talk,
now.
dude. That's crazy.
I think he's so slept on. He is so slept
I
on.
agree he's slept on. I'm going to need to see more than a half a season to agree that he's one of the best.
He's a victim of scheme. He's a scheme victim because they're pushing the Marvin Harrison agenda and it just ain't working.
Well, I'm looking at the scheme now. It looks like they schemed him up pretty good in the second half.
I mean, that's because Marvin Harrison wasn't there. You can see a couple games where Marvin Harrison was playing,
Yeah.
and his targets go way down, and they lost.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. I don't agree he's one of the best receivers in the game. I will fight you on that.
I mean, I'm just
I
watching.
think he had a good year.
He's very good.
I loved him coming out of the draft. I thought I had a steal with him in the third round, and then we had this trade. That's okay. This is how I got the 102. Was this pick here? I got the 102 and the second for McLaurin Moss. Who sucks.
Yeah, that Moss trade. Holy fuck!
Wilson,
Absolutely. I have no luck with trading for RBs. It's so bad.
So
Moss is like on the couch right now for the viewers at home. Moss has not played in an entire season of football now.
He's dead. Well, not dead, but he's done. So yeah, I agree. I think he slept on. I do really like him, but my thing is, you got to see more than 6-7 weeks of high production to really call him a starter. Now, if he comes out next year, the other thing is we don't know who's going to be quarterback in.
Yeah, they're definitely
in Arizona. Arizona, I don't know because it's such a bad class. They might stick with Brissett, but because Brissett fucking loves throwing to him. I think these two together. If Brissett's the starting quarterback, I would absolutely agree. Michael Wilson's a starting wide receiver in fantasy football. Because they're going to have a new offensive coordinator, so we'll see.
But look at what's he ranked at as wide receiver in that back half of the season.
He was probably the best receiver down the stretch over the course of from week 11.
For sure was.
For week 11 to 18, he was probably statistically one of the best receivers, fantasy and stat receivers in the game.
Oh yeah, look at these aren't pushover defenses that he's playing here. You got Jax, you got Houston.
I agree with you. He had a great end of the year. I just can't put him in the starter tier.
We gotta see.
Until we see more. I need to see more, and I need to see who's throwing to him. We'll see, it's a whole new regime there. I don't remember who they're.
But these two guys right here are what gives me hope right now for my team.
Yeah, and same thing with Washington. I do like what Washington did last year towards the end of the year. My only thing with him is that you have Brian Thomas, who's a better player than he is.
Is he?
Yes, that's just a fact. He's a better player.
Is it a fact?
It is a fact. He had some weird stuff going on at the beginning of the year, drop issues. He was all sorts of messed up beginning of the year. And it kind of got better, but kind of didn't. But I mean, he came off such a good year one, rookie year. He's going to get back to this. He's more likely to get back to this than he is to stick here. We'll see what happens. If I'm wrong, then this guy is going to be it. The other thing you have to worry about is Travis Hunter, who I think it says here,
and Jacoby Myers.
He might be playing corner next year, full time. So you might not have to worry about Travis Hunter at all. So if that's the case, then he jumps up to a starter tier wide receiver, in my opinion. Because I don't think Jacoby Myers, excuse me, is like he's a very solid receiver. I'm happy to have him in the flex spot. He's not someone that moves the needle on the team, I don't think. That's just me though. So.
Yeah.
So I agree. I like these two guys. I do. Just need to see a little bit more from them.
Yeah.
But I mean,
that's why I think they're high ceilings right now, high potential.
High ceiling.
But,
I don't see their floor as being so low. This time last year, I would have said low floor, but I could see them shooting up, going higher rather than falling lower. So,
yeah.
All right, your favorite player, Trey Tucker.
Oh God.
What do you got on Trey Tucker?
Trey Tucker was somebody who I thought was going to be a steal and remain consistent as he was breaking out, and then I don't know if he's a victim of Geno Smith and just that horrible, horrible team, but he just, I mean, he's still getting targets. Like he's still out there, but he's look at that. So I remember reading live at this Browns game, the 10 targets and 3 receptions. Apparently, the majority of the reason why those were not receptions was because Geno Smith is just a fucking awful passer.
Yeah, Geno Smith's not a good. He had a terrible year. He was very bad this year. He's going to be there next year, but he's not going to play. They're going to have Mendoza, so you don't have to worry about that next year. But I just don't know if he's any good. Like, he had a good game. He had a very good game. Not 8 catches, 145 yards, 3 touchdowns. That accounts for 60% of his touchdowns. Like, a fourth of his yards for the year, and 8 of his 57 receptions in one game. The rest of the year was pretty bad. So,
yeah,
I left him in development because that receiver room is wide open. None of these guys are any good. So it's his for the taking if he wants it. So if he and Mendoza get some quick connection, I think he can move up, but just don't know right now. I wouldn't start him, is all I'm saying.
Oh, yeah. Quick story for the chat. I actually got interviewed for a job by Jack Beck's mom.
Oh, no way, really?
Yeah, she was this firm, and I guess they have an office in Louisiana as their headquarters, and she's like the HR manager for them. And she was talking about it. I was like, oh, that's so cool. There he is.
Well, R.I.P. to her other son, but that's pretty cool.
Oh yeah. She did tell me. Well, she didn't tell me, but I looked it up and found out later on.
Yeah, it's
very unfortunate.
Yeah, terrible story, but hopefully he does. I think everyone's kind of rooting for him. He didn't do much this year, though. He was pretty good.
Oh, they didn't play him till like back half,
which isn't good considering how terrible the receivers were. I don't know if he was injured. I don't know enough. I didn't pay enough attention to the Raiders this year. So
yeah. Nobody gave a fuck about the Raiders.
You have a ton of receivers, man. I feel like all right. Moving on to Pittman. Oh my god, excuse me. So Pittman is someone I was always high on. We've shared him. We've traded him back and forth. We'll just see what happens. I have him in who knows. He's gonna be a free agent in the near future. I don't know exactly when.
Bills, please.
He's just never been able to be like the guy. He just hasn't been able to make that jump. This is the wrong team.
I don't know. I think he's another like victim of, they only just got a good quarterback, and then now their wide receiver room is kind of filling up, and it's just and now they got Tyler Warren there, and they got it's gotten thin. The targets have gotten thin.
He's had a lot of bad quarterback play the last couple of years, and he's also dealt with injuries. That back injury was bad, but he looked okay this year. He had a lot of receptions, which is good. But you're right. You've got Downs kind of had a little bit of a mini breakout year. He was better. Alec Pierce was really good this year for what you're asking of him. He's a 1,000-yard receiver. He just doesn't get a lot of targets. He has a lot of long catches, so he's going to be a free agent though. So if he goes, then Pittman's stock goes up. But I don't know. I'm not ready to. I think he's comfortably a backup, but
I'd love to see him in a new setting, a new team, just to see. Like, I think he can handle the load.
Yeah, I think so. I think he's
No,
I think he needs a change of scenery for sure.
Yeah.
All right.
Leggett, don't even talk about Leggett.
All right, we can drop him.
We can
I
skip
was gonna
Leggett.
put him down here because I don't like him. I think he is cut
Yeah, put
candidate,
him
but
droppable.
yeah,
Romeo Dobbs. I like Dobbs.
I hate Dobbs as a Packer, but he is gonna be a free agent. He is gonna be a free agent, so I have him in who knows and do not
He's a
start
potent-
because I can't tell you to start a Packer.
I think Dobbs is a guy. I think he's a guy. I think he can.
You've been high on him for years.
Like he has so many big games, and then like they just don't look at him for another game, and I don't know. It's just
He
like
needs out.
consistency. I think
He needs out of
in
that.
passing game.
He needs out, and there's no way he comes back. I would be shocked if he returns to Green
Yeah,
Bay.
he
So
did. I think he's had trouble on that team. I think where he's gotten annoyed about the lack of looks his way. I think he's looking for a new home, and I think he's going to be very good. I think.
yeah,
I mean,
if he leaves the NFC North, I'll be very happy to root for him. But he's a Packer.
he
So
has
I
very
cannot.
strong hands. The ball's glued to him sometimes.
Yeah.
He's a playmaker.
All right, and then these four, I don't even need to address, man. These guys are nothing. These are
Gabe Davis is just a pickup because I just needed somebody to play.
and he's a Bill, so I get it. But these guys are dudes you're probably gonna drop for these
Bub
picks
Means,
here.
I was kind of interested in it for a second last year,
Bub
but
Means
then
is nothing.
I don't know what the fuck happened to him. He just didn't play this
I
year.
can't even find him on your roster. He's that bad. Oh, he's injured.
He's on the IR. He was on IR all year. He didn't play.
Why are you high on him? He has
Because
9 catches in his career.
Well, because at the end of last season, he was flashing hot after it was like his rookie season, and then he didn't play this year.
I don't know, dude. I think you can drop him. 25-year-old who has 9 catches in his career, he's a cut candidate. If you get the 102 and you keep Bub Means, he needs to go.
No,
These guys, whatever, keep them on your roster
I'm
for
probably
now.
dropping Means in Washington. Well, Means in or Washington and Gabe Davis most likely.
Yeah, I think you're fine dropping any of them, and these two as well. We'll talk about these guys while we're down here.
Schoonmaker, I'm probably dropping.
Schoonmaker is nothing.
He's 27 now.
He's a blocker. I mean, he doesn't need to. He's not catching passes. He's there to block. Like maybe. No, he's a blocker. You don't need to worry about him catching passes.
Yeah.
So he might get
I
a touchdown,
drafted him.
but yeah.
I burned a pick on him, and he just.
Did you?
I think I did. Like
Oh,
a long
310. Who cares? It's nothing. And then Hawes, I mean, another one who's more of a run blocker. I just don't see him getting more targets than Kincaid. Obviously, he catches a few touchdowns here and there, but that's in a game where he has one target,
Yeah.
2 targets. So, like, this is not somebody who's going to blossom into anything. This is a pure run blocker.
No, for sure.
I equate him to our own Lions' own run
I just
blocker,
picked him up
Brock Wright,
as a-
who is very similar to him.
Yeah, I
They
picked
just
him up
get
as a maybe.
Yeah.
Just because Kincaid was hurt all fucking season.
Yep.
And you never knew if he was young enough, he could flash out. So I was like, oh, I'll pick him up.
That's one where he also is probably sent to the wire once you get these new picks in.
Yeah.
All right, now we'll move up here to Goddard and Kincaid. And I honestly
My boys.
kind of went back and forth with these guys. Goddard, I was looking at his stats. I didn't remember him having such a good year. But then I looked at the old touchdown stat. He had a ton of touchdowns. He had 11 touchdowns this year, which is more than his
Yeah,
last
he's
like
like a machine.
5 years combined. So that's kind of like, I don't think he's going to replicate that. But also, with Philly's offense, he really could, because that's just how they play. There's going to be no A.J. Brown next year. I'd be shocked if he's still around, so maybe he can replicate it. So I think he's a solid starter. You can start him week in, week out. Same thing with Kincaid. I'll let you take the reins on Kincaid. He's a Bills guy.
Yeah, I love Kincaid. I think he's such a dynamic receiver. He's so good. He's basically wide receiver 1 on the Bills. He's just a playmaker. Goes without saying. I think Colby Parkinson. I think is. I kept picking up him. I mean, Kincaid goes without saying if he can just stay healthy.
My only thing on Kincaid is that he's not on the field as much as he should be because he can't block. He's not a good run blocker. So I think he needs to work on that in the offseason. He works on that in the offseason, and he's in like all the packages, because if he's not on the field, it's a good chance it's going to be a run play because he can't block. So I think if he improves his run blocking, I think that'll be huge for him. He'll be on more play action. He'll be in, yeah, and stays healthy. I think he's definitely got the upside for sure. Oops. All right, Parkinson, go ahead.
Parkinson, I mean, I kept dropping Davis Allen and picking up him, or picking up him and dropping Davis Allen, and I think Parkinson's taking the job. I mean, look at that! Look at that late season
Yeah.
usage right there.
I think Davis Allen's a run blocker. I, I'm not worried about him catching too many balls.
Yeah.
I like Parkinson. I just am wary of all these touchdowns he caught. I don't think he's going to be tight end 16 next year.
I mean, but look at the targets. If they,
Yeah, a
if
lot of targets.
what's his name? If
Higby.
Higby finally just leaves, holy shit.
He's old and got hurt. I'm not worried about him now either. He did a good week 18, I guess, but I don't know.
Yeah, if Higby's,
I don't know his contract
if he's
situation actually.
I don't think he's got a long one.
So he's a free agent this year. So uh,
Oh yeah,
I
I
could.
think he's gone.
I don't think he's coming back. I think he's going to. I could see him at
So
like
that's
the
yeah.
Texans or something like that.
So that's why I'm big on Parkinson right now. He's shown he can handle it.
I'm perfectly fine with that. I like Parkinson. Um, I just like I said here. I don't think he's going to replicate 8 TDs.
Yeah, he's a maybe.
It depends on what they do. If they don't address tight end, I think you're right. He's the number one tight end in Los Angeles. So I think he's a definite keep. I also put him more in development because he's still young and he had a good year. So if they don't address tight end, I think they might. I think there's a chance they go
Crazy
tight
that
end this year. But
it's crazy that 27 is young in tight end years.
oh, absolutely, yeah. Tight ends don't break out until they're 27. Honestly, really, like it's rare to have it. Like we've seen Brock Bowers and McBride and Loveland and
Yeah, they're rare. They're
Warren. It's honestly becoming a trend that young tight ends break out, but I'm not ready to call it like the norm until we keep seeing it happen. Shit, Laporta, maybe it
yeah.
is a trend, dude. I don't know. But honestly, like I said, I would still count this young in tight end, like you said. They get usage till they're 35. Look at Zach Ertz. Look at
Kelsey.
yeah, Kelsey, Kittle. He's getting old. Mark Andrews is getting up there. Those are obviously not. I don't think any of those guys are Colton Parkinson. Colton Parkinson's not any of those guys. But I like him for next year. If they don't address this, they could take a tight end. I think he's, or they could be one of the teams that's going to take that Oregon tight end, Kenyon Sadiq. I could see that, but I think they have bigger issues to address, so maybe they don't.
Well, that moves to my next guy, Jake Tunges, who's shown a lot of potential.
Tungus was a fun story this year. Where is he?
Like if Kittle takes any injury, I think he's the guy.
Well,
Or he'll just
he's out for a while. Where is he on your roster? Oh, this is last year.
I
You
picked
probably don't have him on your roster.
yeah, I picked him up like literally at the end after the end of the season. But I picked him up a couple times, I think. But he just like
Where
he was
is he
he
on your
still
roster?
came back and then he wasn't doing anything. He should be.
Why do I not see him on here?
Let me see.
Oh, this is still the last year.
Yeah,
Stupid.
he's on mine. I see him there.
Well, he's on your team. I know that because I took it from there. Yeah, I think okay. I was just on last year's thing. Okay, so Tungus. So Kittle's hurt for the foreseeable future with his Achilles, I think it was. Um, I just worry about this. He was nothing for 4 years. Now, like we just said, tight ends break out late. And he's got the job, basically. None of these guys are anything good unless they draft somebody, which that could be the case. They draft Kittle's real successor. And Tundras is also a free agent. So, does he go somewhere else? Does he parlay this good end of the year into something like a legit, you're going to be the guy for the next 2, 3, 4 years, not sit behind Kittle and be tight end 2? I don't know if he showed enough. We'll see. I think that the Niners probably just bring him back. But
Yeah, I think
your
so.
thoughts?
I mean, yeah, I think he'll re-sign. But Kittle's so injury prone. I mean, how old is Kittle now?
He's 32, and he's suffered
He's still got some life.
injuries. I mean, he's misses games every year, but he's we'll see. We'll see what happens with his Achilles. That's usually the kiss of death for older players, but he's not that old. He's kind of in the tweener zone, so I don't know. We'll see. I do like Huntress
Yeah,
though. I think he could be something.
same. He's a still.
Yes, agreed. And he could move up to backup if Kittle is out, or well, he is out long term. If they don't address tight end, we'll see what he looks like in
Yeah,
camp, and then we go from there.
for sure.
All right, so you got 4 picks this year. You got the 102, the 111, the 202, and the 207. Next year, you only have your 27 second, and in 2028, you have all your picks. So I do worry about this 2027 draft here, but you do have 4 picks this year. I'm not going to ask you to tell us what you're thinking. I think we all know what you need. We're doing this just kind of fun, but I don't want you to divulge any information you don't, obviously, but we can all deduce what we think you need based on your current roster.
Yeah,
Now,
I think everyone knows what I'm going for.
you need running back. Now, I've done a
Yeah,
little bit of scouting here. I wanted to, unless who's the 101? Taylor. Unless Taylor doesn't go Jeremiah Love. I mean, that's a smash. You run that pick to the board. You take Love. I don't know you're going to get a running back at 2 that's worth it, so you probably have to go receiver. It's very early, so we don't even know. We don't know where everyone is yet. But
let's look at Taylor's team here. Let's see, gotta go.
oh, we did Taylor's
Hey,
team yesterday. I got it right here. His team is hurting for a squirt,
oh yeah, he's, oh
proverbial
fuck,
squirt.
he's taking a goddamn running back
Oh,
for
he's
sure.
absolutely 1 million. If he doesn't take Jeremiah Love, then I'll shave my head. Nope, I'm not doing that. Not doing
Like, yeah, he's taking. I mean, I'll have to invade his dreams, Inception style, and tell him to take
that. Or
fucking
trade up.
Kyle Lemon or something. I don't know.
Trade up.
I don't
I
think
can
he's
see
gonna do
potential
that.
trade up. No, he shouldn't. He should not trade up. I think your best bet is taking best receiver available or best player
Yeah,
available,
and then taking.
and then addressing it later on. Um,
Yep.
or, I mean, if you can get rid of one of these quarterbacks, deal one of these receivers if you can for a
Yeah.
mid-level. If you're trying to, go for a playoff push. Now we'll talk about that in a second, but
Let's
this
see
is
if
what
I
I
can load
think
up on
your
his.
potential starting lineup could be next year based off of some of this stuff up here. You're fine with any one of these quarterbacks, I think. You're fine with tight end for a solid starter. I think you're obviously we get running back. And I think this wide receiver 3 spot could go to Pittman, could go to Washington, could even go to Trey Tucker, depending on what happens in their offseason. I think the Raiders go heavy offense this year to give Mendoza as much help as possible. But if they don't, if they go defense, look out for Trey Tucker, I think. A sentence that maybe never has been said in the history of this universe. So yeah. Overall, I don't hate your team as much as I used to. I don't have your first round pick this year, so I don't have to root for your
First time.
downfall.
First time.
Literally the first time I have not owned your first round pick at some point since the league began, which is crazy. So I appreciate all the years of first round picks. It got me nothing. I'm still not a winner. It's depressing, but
Sorry about that, Brent.
all right. So tier
You've
list.
got the team. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll talk about my
That-
team later.
hasn't panned out.
Has not panned out. So, tier list. First off, we're gonna put Taylor in rebuilders because he's a rebuilder. I think he's fine hearing that. I think he is absolutely a rebuilder. I think he needs to totally rebuild and restart. But that's just me. You, my friend, I don't know where to put you. I lean towards rebuilder, but then I look back at your roster. You've got some quarterbacks that are kind of like win now guys that aren't going to get you much value. Like you're not going to be able to trade Jared Goff for a first, even though he's probably worth a first. Like
Yeah.
in terms of value, I mean he's a top 10 quarterback. Obviously a little biased here, but just going off the numbers, he's a top 10 fantasy quarterback. That's someone who is valuable, but not in our league because everyone has their quarterback. That kind of thing.
Yeah.
Now, you could go the route of selling guys like McLaurin, selling guys like Pittman, selling guys like Goddard, and loading up on picks, as many as you can. Maybe get a first out of a couple of these guys, a couple seconds, future picks, 27, 28 picks, and then go full rebuild. Or you can say, fuck these picks and go for a running back this year, sell the 102 for a running back, try to sell the 111 and the 202 for another running back, and I think you might be in business for for a playoff team, if I'm looking at it like that. I don't think that's what you should do. If I'm you, I don't know, I'm kind of in between, because you have a decent enough roster. I just don't know if Pearsall, McLaurin, Wilson, Washington, Pittman is league winning, right?
It has a lot of speculative value right now.
Your team is one that we're going to revisit after free agency, like see where some of these guys end up going, or see what happens to some of their teams in the draft, and we'll know more what your team is. I'm putting you in tier 3 in Tweenersville right now. I think you're not. You could go full rebuild. I don't think you're going full rebuild. If you were, I don't think you would have made this trade for Travis pick and given up your first next year. Which I still don't like that trade, just because of how good Trev's team is and what the draft class looks like next year. But I don't think you're going to be 101 territory next year. I think you'll be probably in that 3 to 5, 3 to 6, or 4 to 6 range, where you're one of the better teams in the Bads division, but not the worst. So I'm having you here. You could absolutely go full rebuild. I don't know if you're going to, but
I'm crawling my way back up. All right.
Your team, as you say a lot, your team on the ups, on the up and up.
Yeah. Well, it's taken me a long time. Had some setbacks.
Namely, giving me all your first round picks.
That's exactly the setbacks I'm talking about.
Well, I welcome it. I'm ready to trade again.
Hell no.
Come on, let's work out a trade live on camera.
No.
I'm sending you something right now.
That's how you get fleeced.
Alright, let's do that right there. Okay. Alright, send a trade. Go check.
Oh my god.
You can also just check your screen because it's up there.
Quinn Ewers for a first?
Quinn Ewers is the guy in Miami.
Yeah, sure.
He is. Tua's gone. He's gone.
I mean, yes, he is the guy, but like, is he a guy?
I don't know. I'm holding on to him, but he's probably gonna be terrible.
Like, this is not Drake May.
He's just someone I don't want to drop, but I'd love to trade him for a second or a third if anyone wants to keep him. Take him.
I could throw you a third, maybe. Who knows?
You don't need a quarterback. I'm not letting you.
I could give you a Baker Mayfield for a second and Quinn Ewers.
Oh, thanks. I got Herbert, who's younger, and Daniels, who's younger, and Shuck, who's younger.
Fair enough.
My quarterbacks are. I don't know. We'll talk about my team later on. That's what we should do, just get everybody in here from my team, and everyone gets to talk shit about mine, because I talk shit about all theirs for. Yeah. All right. Any last words you got? Any words of wisdom?
Words of wisdom. Don't trade first round picks if you're just starting Dynasty, because that's what I did, and I'm still recovering from it about 4 years later.
I was looking at this, by the way. I don't know if we can see it on here, but you were in 2022. You had the best record of any of us at 11
lowest point scored, probably though.
You did. I think you were 10th in points scored. Since then, so on the Sleeper app on the phone, you can look at like league history, and you can see everyone's total wins throughout the whole thing. So you were 11-3 year one. You are now 26-30. So since year one, you've won 15 games and lost 27.
Holy shit.
It's been a rough couple of years for you, bro.
No, yeah, it's been tough. It's like I've made so many trades that have just not like completely shat on my end. Like so many running back trades that have just gone completely south.
And to your credit, I think you've made better trades outside of the Trev one, and the Shakir one is kind of nothing. The Parker Washington might be your best trade yet. I'm gonna say it might be your best
I
trade yet.
think I've hit some sleepers.
The only issue with that is you gave up a starting, at worst, a backup to your running back for a maybe receiver who's going to be something. So, honestly, Switz is older, so I kind of like that, but we'll see. We'll see what happens.
But I'm ready. I'm ready to get back in it. We gotta wait a long time.
I know, it's only fucking January. You'll be hearing play from me, though. I got a whole bunch of stuff planned. I have everything. I've got podcasts planned until, like, mid-May, so... I'm bored, honestly. I wish I would have kept this going during the season, but football just kind of fucking tore my heart out.
I know you were down bad this year.
The Lions were not as good. The Seminoles sucked. Michigan State sucked. My fantasy team sucked. It was a rough football year for me, man. I ended up making the playoffs, but like, I don't know. It was tough. I was in a dark place, football wise. I mean, it was fine, but I'm ready. Like I said, I don't know. Let's see what I have. I have a schedule. We got Rahul's team review next week. We got a season review with Dylan next week. Dylan's gonna be up here, so we're gonna have a live show with him, man. At some point.
He's gonna be in Colorado.
He lives in Colorado.
Oh, I didn't know he lived in Colorado.
Yeah, he lives in Aurora.
Damn shit.
We got Joe's, Seattle's, Kersey's, Nate's, Dylan's. Well, Dylan will be with that.
Do you want me to get Kersey on here?
If she wants to, I figure she probably wouldn't, but I think the league would love to hear from her. I think most people don't even know her, so I think that'd be fun.
People are dying. Meet the press, to be honest.
It's her introductory press conference 2 years late. I'm doing another mock draft. I don't know if you listened to my last mock draft. I was proud of that. I think I did a pretty good job. I put a lot of thought into that. I was happy with that mock draft.
It's mock draft for our league. Or just in general?
32 team, like a NFL mock draft.
Interesting.
Our mock draft, like for our league, is scheduled for April 13th. That's going to be post free agency pre-draft, so we'll know what every team has. I'm just going to be speculating on where these guys go and where they go, like in the league, like in the real draft, and then where they go in our draft. And then the actual mock draft, the second mock draft that we have for the Dynasty League will be in May, early May, so look out for that. Whole bunch of it. Yep. Subscribe, like, comment. Just kidding. But actually.
Like and subscribe. Just a humble hero.
Seriously, I was looking at Dylan's got his Twitch Prime. Trev's got his Twitch Prime sub. I just use it, man. Use it on me. I can use the $5.
Oh damn, man.
I actually don't know how it works, so I don't know if I even can get the money out. So,
damn.
I don't know. All right,
this is fun though. This is fun.
I'm glad. I thought it was a good idea. Happy to have you here and chatting. Any final words about your team?
Be on the lookout for the rise of Kincaid Al-Gaib in the year 2026.
All right. And how was that Victor's, by the way? Pretty good.
It's amazing, as always. Can't go wrong with Victor's. Please sponsor.
Yeah. Our first sponsor today, guys. It's Michter's.
It's Michter's. They don't know about it, but they're going to do it.
Did I tell you I'm going back to the Bourbon Trail?
What?
I'm going back.
When?
First week of March.
Are we going with your dad or something?
My dad and brother. I was sending them pictures. I was sending them pictures from our trip, and they're like, "We gotta go. And my brother texted me December, January. He's like, "Hey, just booked a bunch of tours. We're going." I'm like, "All right, let's go."
That's sick, actually.
I can't wait.
You have to tell me what the bottle of the day is at Buffalo Trace.
He booked like the tour, Buffalo Trace tour, so like the extra one that we didn't do, yeah. So.
Ooh.
We're going back to Woodford. We're gonna do a Woodford brick house tour.
Oh, yeah,
that's gonna be sick.
That'll be cool. That's one thing we didn't get to do is then get the brick houses.
Yeah, so I'm excited. I'm ready to go.
Dumb about it. But yeah, send pics.
Oh yeah. All right, brother. I know it's late for you. 11:45-ish, something like that. Yeah.
Oh yeah. You gotta go play kickball tomorrow.
Oh, good luck. All right, we'll have you back on the pod. This was good. This is fun. Talk to you later.
All right. Talk to you later, man.
All right. See ya. All right. Thank you, Tim, for coming out on the podcast. You probably won't listen to this, so I can say whatever I want. I can say whatever I want about your team now. Your team sucks. No, I'm just kidding. It's pretty good. I don't hate Tim's team as much as I thought I did. I do firmly have him in this Tweenersville tier. I think Tim should probably go rebuilder if I'm thinking logically here. He's got some older players you can get rid of, but we'll see. All right, that's it for me, guys. Thanks for listening. Hope to see you in the next one. We got Rahul's team review next week sometime. He said he might be able to come on, but who knows? He's a busy guy, so hopefully, if not, it'll be just me. So I'll see you then. Have a good rest of your day. See ya.